Okay, welcome to Family Looking Up.
Doing a hair dance.
This is Beth.
This is Andrea.
And this is Camille.
And things got real serious real quick.
Yeah,
we
they
were
did.
having a good time over. It's podcast time. We don't have fun on this. Let me just tell you guys, I just ate the biggest salad.
Yeah, I'm like a little bit like, oh.
It was so big that I was like, no, I'm not going to finish this, but don't worry, I'm no quitter. And it is just testament that it doesn't matter what you're eating.
Yeah.
I can overeat it. Doesn't matter what I'm eating.
Little
I can
sweat
overeat.
beads are coming out.
Yes,
you know?
I get meat sweats from lettuce. I can eat so much lettuce. It's just like, how can you overeat like lettuce? I mean, what was on that thing? Lettuce,
Beets?
cauliflower, beets.
Peas,
Yes.
cucumbers.
Oh, the
It
cucumbers.
was good.
Some eggs.
Those were good.
I went wild. with
Those
the
were some
eggs.
of my favorite bites.
Like one teaspoon of ranch. So you think without all the ranch on top, you're like, you won't overeat. Oh no, I can.
Yeah, well, I don't
It
know.
hurts. And
I
then
don't get
Andrea's
it.
stomach is just always,
always.
always just so healthy, those bowels. Guys, we're talking about lessons learned over the last 4.5 years.
This is
Because we only have 2 episodes left.
this one
It's
and
This
next
one and
next
one
week.
other one.
Yeah.
So it's...
What are we going to talk about next week if we're talking about lessons learned this week?
memories, favorite memories.
Oh, okay, because
This is lessons.
I want to combine those two, you know.
You can't.
I can't.
No,
Okay.
this is
just
lessons, and next
the
week
things
is
we have
memories.
learned
Contain me.
from the
Yes.
podcast.
If I
Okay.
start talking about a memory, just shut it down.
We'll hit you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about a little memory
Okay.
because there's so many memories.
I literally can't
Right.
remember any
The lessons
lesson.
and the memories all work together and swirl into a happy little Sunday.
Ice cream sundae?
There we go. Yeah,
I love ice cream.
well, that's because it's delicious.
I just need everyone to know that. I need all you people to know that ice cream is the answer. It is so good. Always. There's just never a time it's not good.
Agreed.
It fills in the cracks of your heart.
It really does.
Yeah, as Paul Blart said. I don't know that I should quote Paul Blart because I sound so dumb, but
You should.
I like Paul
it
Blart.
is. It's funny. I know, and he said that
was
it.
just in a recent show.
Kevin James. You know, by the by, okay, Kevin James played Paul Blart, right, in King of
King of Queens.
right?
And Mall Cop.
Okay.
He didn't play
has-
Paul
I
Blart
know.
in King of
It was
King,
Paul
Queens.
Blart Mall Cop, but he also was in
King of Queens.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, I was
Okay.
like, wait a minute.
And also,
Well,
what
his
was the
name was
boxing,
Paul
or what
Blart.
was the MMA one?
Here Comes the Boom.
That's
Yes.
it. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. He has 2 comedy specials on Netflix
Oh.
that are clean and freaking hilarious.
Like stand-up comedy?
Yes.
He does stand-up comedy.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
2 of them. One from
Paul
years
Blart.
ago. I think it was in King of Queens when he did the first one. And then the second one is pretty recent. And my son and I watched it, and I was like, we're probably going to have to turn this off. And it's going to make me so sad because I
Yeah,
love
'cause
Kevin
he's
James.
Paul.
Yes.
Oh, no. It was clean and awesome and hilarious.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Netflix.
Okay, this is my question. King of Queens was forever ago.
Yeah.
And his name is Kevin.
Yes.
Like his actual name.
Yeah, Kevin James.
I know him as nothing but Paul Blart. Like, I don't even know, like, I don't think I saw the movie when it came out.
Oh,
Like,
well,
don't you
Really?
think, like every person, if you say Kevin James, no one knows what you're talking about.
Right.
But if you say Paul Blart,
everyone knows.
I guess
It's
that's true because I didn't really know that was his name, but I don't usually call him Paul Blart. I'm just like, the guy that's on...
Like Paul.
On-
Paul
yeah.
Blart.
Yeah. Well, Here Comes the Boom is
Yeah, what's his name in that? I don't
squeaky
know.
clean
Paul
and
Blart.
freaking hilarious.
Guys, I'm going
Yeah.
to be honest.
Let's hear it.
You guys have talked about that so much.
You still haven't.
Finally,
Okay.
like a few months ago, I was like, come on, kids, let's watch this. Just me and Dad and Carson and Paige. Me and Danny, Carson and Paige.
No laughs? Oh
did
my
not
gosh.
like
Bethany,
it. I was like-
you guys are like broken somehow.
I
know.
think so, too.
I was watching it like,
Everyone should love that.
it was like, okay. But I wasn't
my
like,
gosh.
like Nacho Libre, that gets me laughing.
You shut up. Come on. That was so funny. That was
was
the
like-
line from it. I wasn't telling you to shut
You
up.
can tell me.
No, but that was one of the funny lines we quote all the time.
Like, is it funnier the second?
Here comes the boom. Ready or not.
I said it's in 2 times.
Henry Winkler. I mean, come on.
Oh,
maybe
Beth,
I need to-
I'm
maybe
a little
you guys-
disappointed.
I'm
Maybe you were just
disappointed.
in the
Maybe
wrong
you were in
place.
a bad mood.
Because we
Wow.
have watched that movie multiple times.
yeah.
And we laugh and we
Does
quote
it
it all the
get
time.
funnier as the more you watch it? Because I feel like
Some movies
Napoleon
do,
Dynamite
yeah.
is the perfect
Yes,
example of a movie
yes.
that just watching it, it's not really good.
Yeah.
But then you like
Yeah.
start quoting it with other people, and then everyone watches
Yeah.
it again, and then it's like, oh, the chapstick.
Yeah, it could be like
Do you
that.
think
It
it's like
could
that?
be.
Should I
It could
check
be
it
like
for
that.
round
I mean, there are
two?
definitely times now, like we start laughing before the scene actually
Yeah,
happens
yeah,
because you
yeah.
just know it's going to be funny.
You've watched it more than once on purpose.
Oh, like
Oh,
who
heck yeah.
among us, other than the Amish, makes their own applesauce? Come on, that's a great line.
Lately, we've been quoting, this is just good for life.
Okay.
Yes, mistakes were made.
Yes,
But we won.
That's it. See, it's
That
great.
feels like maybe your family motto. Like the most important thing in this, kids, we won.
That's actually true. That's actually true.
It is such a good show. I mean, that
Okay,
is like
wow.
a top family
Yeah.
show here.
Maybe I need to go for round two.
Yeah,
I
try
think
it
you
This is
again.
my only hypothesis because I was watching it and I was ready to just be like, and I was like, oh,
Maybe you were just too ready. You know,
Yeah, too
sometimes
ready.
in your mind, as like
Could've been
it's a
too
certain
ready.
thing,
And
and
maybe you just had the wrong people. That
Yeah.
makes
are
the difference.
boring.
well, maybe you did.
I mean,
You should have watched it with us.
It
Yeah.
is
We
just-
would've laughed.
I think it's the best show.
I do too.
Wow.
So go look up
Also-
that and Kevin James. Yeah.
Another one that Andrea talks about a lot. And
Hot Rod?
No.
Okay.
That one is funny.
No.
Leap year.
Oh my gosh, leap year is
I
awesome.
just feel like
Oh my
I
gosh,
hear Andrea
Beth.
talk about sometimes when Josh is gone and I just
Yeah.
leap year. I saw it on Netflix again.
Yes.
It came back around because it'd been
Leap
gone
year
for a
is
while.
fantastic.
And I was watching and I was like, the car's rolling down the hill.
I know.
This is so unrealistic. Just stop already.
It's just a very cute, like to me, it's not like one of my favorite movies.
Cute,
but
clean
it's free.
Ireland.
It's
Come
on
on.
Netflix is it Netflix or Prime?
Yes.
And so it's just easy to watch again when
Yeah,
I'm
but
like
I
bored.
wouldn't ever watch it again on
but
purpose.
it is,
Oh,
I
I've
think it's
watched
so
it. I bet I've
cute.
seen that one like 6 or 7
Yeah,
times.
me too.
Wow. See, that was another one where I was like, oh, they talk about this all the
Yeah.
time. Like, I haven't seen this in years. Oh, I'm so excited. And then I was like, what? And then Danny came home and I was like, I got to finish this. And he was watching. He's like, what is it? I'm like, it's not good. But I forged on to the end. It just,
You guys.
I
That's
know.
so great.
I just, what other one do you guys love that I should
I don't
say?
want to tell you now
You know,
because
it's a great Christmas movie while you were sleeping.
well, it is actually.
It is a good show. Camille has converted me.
Thank
While
actually.
you,
were
Andrea.
sleeping, I
Thank
could
you.
rewatch.
Yeah.
Sleepless in Seattle, My Best Friend's Wedding. Like, there's a lot of like just.
I put Leap Year right in those
Oh, I do
exact
too.
same kind of
Absolutely.
movies.
I know you do.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Just
guys.
Like Heaven, I love that one.
Yeah, that's a great
But that
one.
one's not something you can just watch all the time.
No,
It's
but
not
that is
on
a
Netflix
great one. I
or
love
Prime.
that.
So.
Mark Ruffalo?
Should I
serious?
revisit Just Like
Oh,
Heaven?
I
'Cause
love that
loved
one.
it. I
And
thought
then
that was
Confessions of a
cute.
Shopaholic. I love that one.
What about The Devil Wears Prada?
No, I don't like that one.
I like parts of that one.
I revisited that
There's-
one.
I really like it. It's
It's not like
it's
I want to
fine.
watch it every week.
Yeah.
But I think maybe there's not a lot of shows I want to watch every week in general.
well,
But
maybe you should have imagined that like Amy Adams in Leap Year was on her way to American Ninja Warrior. And then you would have liked it. See, she was just
Instead
it
of
was a
going
pit
to
stop in
propose
Ireland. Yeah.
to her boyfriend.
Well, you got to get past that. Maybe she was going to propose at American Ninja
And then,
Warrior.
and then it's like the whole dresser just falls on her. I'm like, it's,
it's a movie.
It's a
I
movie.
only-
It's a movie.
My first love is World War II. Okay, you guys, if something
Okay,
dramatic
imagine
and
that she's a
horrible-
Nazi then. And
Okay.
see, now that would have
Now
been
we're
better.
onto something. I just think I don't have time for such frivolous garbage. I want death for a purpose, historical facts, not dressers, just nonsense. Oh,
See, and I feel like we live in a world that's just always like heavy.
I know, so
when
I want that.
watch something or read
want light.
something, I want light.
you guys let the heaviness in. I don't watch news. I don't
watch the news
I
either.
don't
either.
What's so heavy? I don't know anything going on.
I don't know. Just
Danny
like
does have to
things.
catch me up
Real
on
life is just
wars.
like there's just stuff.
I don't know about wars. I don't even know there's a war. Is there a war happening? I don't know.
I heard in Ukraine they're just having parties all the time.
I heard.
I don't even know. I'm just saying. Maybe there's no war. All right, you guys. I want to believe it. Let me believe it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
You can live in a fictional world in real life.
Okay.
We will live in real life
life.
and escape
Yeah.
to fiction.
That's true. Oh my,
Deal.
that's actually really true.
Should we
Yes.
all agree?
Okay.
Should we all agree upon
Yeah,
this?
I think
Okay.
that's great.
Moving forward.
Okay.
But you did like A Man Called Otto.
Oh, bless.
Okay, so there you
So
go.
good. So
we
good.
can meet in the middle there.
Okay, let's go.
That's good.
Okay. Can I do? I mean, we're going to talk about things we've learned,
Yeah.
but we have never done a song. You know, we've done movies.
Yes.
We've done books.
Yes.
But what do
Oh.
we call like the jukebox corner? Or like
The jukebox corner.
The
I like it.
jukebox corner. That is it.
Because
Yes.
well, but is there too many corners? You know what song I have been listening to and I am feeling
Okay.
like it applies?
What?
Pink. So let's
Yes.
go.
I
no
love
further.
I love
Yes.
Pink.
The best.
Okay.
Except
Yes.
who knew every one of her songs was just foul?
Yes.
You
Yes.
have to listen to Clean Pink.
Yes.
Never gonna not dance again. I'm never gonna not dance again. I changed the keys there because she doesn't go. I did.
I don't think I know this song.
It's not new, right?
It's new.
Oh, I
I
haven't,
haven't heard it yet.
I heard it for the
I didn't know
first
Pink
time.
had anything new
Yeah,
out.
I'm never gonna not dance again.
Okay.
She's gonna put on her dance shoes, and no matter what, she's never gonna not dance again. And I was like,
I
think
believe that's true.
I think I've missed out on some fun in my life, just with like my
yeah.
own sadness or issues
Yes.
when I was experiencing real world, and I hated it. So I was like, okay, Pink. The first time I listened to it, I was like, I love Pink, and I love this message. Then I kept listening to it until I listened to it so many times that I was like, this song.
I'm never gonna not dance again.
Yes.
You should
I'm
tattoo
gonna
it
have
on
to
your
go
arm.
listen to that and
I know,
hopefully
yes.
add it to my playlist
Yes.
of new 2023 songs I discovered.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know when it was out. I just heard it. Maybe
Yeah.
people listening like, really, Beth?
I've got
But
a
you guys
Shake
don't
It
know
playlist.
either.
yeah.
No.
I don't think
Okay,
I haven't
try
heard
it.
anything
I'm
from Pink
gonna.
from a
Never
while.
going to not dance again. Clean version. 'cause
Okay.
She'll find a way to put an F word in
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
She's one person I would love to see in concert, but I just feel like it would
It's going to be so
dangerous.
foul.
Oh, my ears. They're very sensitive. Even though I listen to a lot of swear words in books nowadays, I don't think I could handle Pink coming out of her beautiful mouth.
Yeah.
All
Powerful.
right, I've got a good new one.
Okay.
Old Dominion's Memory Lane.
Oh.
Sing it.
Okay, let's go.
I
Come
can't
on,
even
just a
think
Sing
little
it
of
bit.
really bad.
We
like how I
sing. We sing all the time.
I know,
Old
but like
Dominion, Memory
it's actually
Lane.
new this week to me, so I don't even think I know
Oh.
it good enough to like really sing it. But it's so good.
Ooh, Memory Lane. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what this
That's
episode
what
is
this
called.
is.
This is perfect. And the song is about how I think like his girlfriend or whatever has left him.
Probably dead.
And so he wants to build a house in Memory Lane because that's where all of his good memories are.
Oh,
Oh,
It's a great song.
wow.
That's great.
Do you have one?
No, but
Oh, you want one?
well,
don't you?
I did. I went to the jazz game, and I heard some great music.
And the jazz dancers.
Let's talk
No,
about
I heard.
basketball.
I.
Okay.
By the way, when did men start being jazz dancers?
There's
I
male
haven't
jazz
seen
dancers?
that.
Oh my gosh, it's like the coolest thing ever. All the
they
jazz
lifting and
dancers,
throwing and
yeah,
flipping?
all of the jazz dancers come out, and there's like 5 men that are dressed like in sweats, though, you know.
And they're dancing. They're
Oh
not
yeah,
just throwing.
no, they're out there dancing.
Huh, I haven't seen
Jazz?
that.
It
It's been
was
a while since
amazing.
I've
Like
been
we
a
went to the jazz
game.
game. Okay, Alan and I haven't followed the jazz for like I don't know, a decade.
Ever.
So we went to the jazz game with my son and his wife, and it was
sound weird?
Sounds
I know
funny still.
it was so
weird.
weird. I know, and they were so great. Anyway, and they love the jazz, and so they decked us out in jerseys and hats, so we didn't look like morons going in there.
Yeah,
and so
thank goodness.
yeah, so we go in. The jazz has their own DJ that like spins records right there. They have their.
Should I go to a jazz game?
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it was so fun.
Are they
it
a
was
little cheap?
Yes, it was.
not-
Well, we were up in the nosebleeds,
Well,
but you
yeah.
can still see great.
I don't even want to see the game.
Oh, it was
I
fantastic.
just want the dancing
They have
and
their
the
own
DJ.
DJ. Okay, they have male dancers out there now that are just like beatboxing and all the things. Right? It was like amazing.
Okay.
And then they had what was the other thing that we were like, we are so old. When did that change? Oh, well, they have their own cool music that plays every time they get the ball.
Oh,
And then they have like not cool music that plays every time the other side gets
Like
the
a
ball.
hockey game.
really?
It was very cool. And I literally, because it was all like music that I don't typically listen to,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. My husband was dying because I could not stop moving.
just,
I was seriously like,
Yeah.
like I was in, man. Like the music, it was good. So yeah.
Wow, jazz.
I know. Go to a jazz game.
Why not?
That was a fun night. I'm like, we're doing that again. I'm buying my own jersey
Oh.
after I can buy a car.
Yeah.
I can't buy anything right now. I can't buy a blouse. I can't buy a jersey.
Nothing.
I'll just borrow one. But anyway, super fun.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't been to a jazz game for years.
Their
I
own
don't
DJ.
think I've ever been to
And
a
the
jazz
male
game.
dancers and everything. It was like so cool.
People who've
Super
been to
fun.
games regularly are like, oh, brother.
I know.
This
You guys think
lady.
I'm ridiculous, but like if you haven't been since the 80s, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
There you go.
Okay, well, no song came out of that, but
But I heard good music.
DJ. Okay.
And if I could tell you the songs, I would. They were all really great.
It made you.
Let's go. Yeah. And then I said, the Jazz like made a shot and it missed. And I was like, that's because they played that other bad song. They never make the shots when they're playing that song. My husband's like, what? Sure enough, like 3 times later, they started to play that song. Jazz missed again.
Really?
It's like, I'm telling you, there's a psychology behind music.
Don't play that song anymore.
Don't play that one. Yeah. Play the other one. So there you go.
Jazz game.
Probably play it backwards and it says, miss the shot, miss the shot.
Most likely.
Back in the 80s when everyone was into like subliminal messages in music.
They would
and
play
like,
it all.
My mom was sure that Satan was in music. And
yeah.
like, you got to be careful because if you play that backwards,
Yes.
it's going to say this.
Or it's going to say, go do drugs.
Yes.
Go do
Yes.
drugs.
Which
yeah.
did anyone ever make one ever? Like, is there one that
Yes.
actually...
No, there is. Like, I heard one
I
played that it did that.
Remember when the whole, what was it, Pink Floyd album lined up to Wizard of Oz? You guys remember
No.
that? I went and saw it. I saw it in the movie theater. Only Pink Floyd, no words, lining up to the full length Wizard of Oz. Little lengthy for my taste, but it was like, it'd be like when the elves came out or the
What the?
Munchkins.
Are you
And then it
serious?
was
I
like
think I
bah
heard this.
bah when the thing. Very weird.
Really?
I don't know why. Did I pay for that ticket?
Pink Floyd
boy.
was on a Wizard of Oz kick because those
boy
two go
must
hand
have.
in hand.
Yes.
Pink Floyd and Dorothy.
I think it was Pink Floyd.
I don't remember
boy
that
must have
one.
There you
invited
go.
me. I would never go do that on my own. That doesn't sound anything like me.
Yeah, well.
Nothing.
No.
Okay,
Right.
let's talk about some lessons we've learned
Yes.
Okay.
from the years of this life called podcasting. I think none of us can think of one right now.
I can.
Oh, you can? Okay.
I
go
absolutely
ahead.
can.
Okay.
Who remembers Austin, Texas?
Oh, yes.
That was so great.
Yes.
Our trip to Austin.
The
was
trip
so
to Austin,
great.
we went to a.
Is this memory lane or this is you learning something?
I'm telling you,
Okay.
it is a lesson.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Deeply swirled about memory lane because
Okay.
they go hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
So we were in Austin and they have amazing nachos. And also
I wanted to bring nachos. So
the
bad
guy
today.
that poured beer down my back on the subway in the
Yes.
airport. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Twice. It was funny. Anyway, we were walking through Austin in the evening after the nachos with Hillary Hess.
Yes.
And we were looking for that cookie shop.
Yes.
And you and I started to talk
Yes.
about the biggest lesson we had taken from the podcast
Yeah.
thus far. How long had we been doing it at that point? That had to be pre-2020.
We were
That
young.
was like a year or
We were so
something.
young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a year and a half.
Well, where was Pierce?
He wasn't
He
with
was
us.
older,
He
so
was-
you'd left him behind.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 2 years in.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay.
2019, something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Anyway, and we talked about how you and I had both struggled in motherhood to feel like we matched up, like we had that in our own way we were good moms, right? That we may not look as organized or we may not be this or that,
Yeah.
but that we were bringing something to the table that was our own thing.
Yeah.
And that it was this really, really, really helpful thing to know that we didn't have to be like feeling bad about it all the time,
Yeah.
just because it may not have looked exactly the
I
same.
do remember that walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And that, I think that has stayed true. Like, I feel like after that first year and a half of like, we didn't know what we were doing, we didn't know how to make anything work, didn't know how to do anything. And then once we kind of figured that out and we could just take in people's lessons, I think it's kind of stayed true since then. Just like, moms are great,
Yeah.
no matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't matter if it's not the same as this person. But like, I feel like I did get some confidence in that first year and a half or so. And yeah, I kind of still feel the same way. Like when people
Yeah.
come on, I'm like, everything they have to say is great. And parts that I like, I'll take, and the rest I'll leave behind. And I feel like it used to be like someone told me I had to do something. I have
Yes,
to do it.
exactly. Yes,
Oh, I'm doing
yes.
everything wrong. I'm doing it. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And now it's just like, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do that.
Yeah.
And just be okay with it.
And that's
And it's
okay.
okay.
There's
Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you lean into your gifts.
Yeah.
That was the other big lesson that I remember. Do you remember the therapist that came on and she was talking about parenting styles? Mm-hmm. And she
they lean
militant.
into
Yes, the militant.
the bad.
Yes. And I refer to this all the time because this so impacted me that I'm not going to turn into a different person.
Yeah.
So if I want to, okay, like let's say I want to obtain the gift of great organization, like Andrea's got, right? well, I'm not gonna turn into
Debatable,
Andrea no
but
matter
yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
I'm just never gonna be Andrea, right? Because I'm not. But I can lean into that gift, and I can try to acquire some of those things while still being me, and that's a success.
And that is great.
Exactly. So it's not saying that we can't learn new things or better ourselves, but we really do have this idea of saying, oh, I'm going to become this great thing that's completely not real.
Yeah.
Because it's not who you are.
Or saying I'm bad because I don't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of just being like, I just don't do that. It means nothing
Right.
about me. It's just, I'm not good or bad either way.
Yeah.
That's just not what I do.
Yeah.
And okay. Like,
Yeah.
that is, I just feel like if I could just, like, any person listening, like, just be like, if you hear this, you will believe it. That, like, who you are is good enough.
Yes.
Like, I just wish we could just believe it and say, like, because I get very caught up in, like, especially, like, external talents.
Yeah.
Like, I just heard a good friend sing with her husband.
Yeah, because I don't have
And
any
the
of
whole
those.
way home, it was like a spiral.
Yes.
Yes, and it was just like, I have nothing good to offer the whole world ever. And it's like, no, you just don't sing. That's the only thing that you don't do that you're lamenting about right now. And it's just like, I just wish we could always feel like just happy for the person that has that talent and then see the talent that we do have. It's very hard. But like, that's the good thing about surrounding yourself with people that you love and trust and who are good people
Right.
is that they see your great talents and tell you, and you see their great talents, and you can tell them, and everyone can feel like fine, and
Right.
happy about it.
Right.
But like, it's just, if we could all just settle in to like the person you are, not that you can't make improvements
Sure.
or learn new things or lean one way or another, but the person you are in your soul is just the right person.
It's the right person you're supposed to be. It's the right person that your kids need.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's something that's been eye-opening to me as we've talked to these experts in parenting or, is just because we kind of been able to see the behind the scenes being on social media and being in the podcast and just seeing how it works is that it's given me a new perspective on when I see other people that are influencers,
Yes.
and they have tons and tons of followers. But I just think, you know what? You just need to take all those voices
Right.
with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
And say, yes, what they're saying, what they're basically selling. I mean, no matter what they say, they're selling something.
Yep.
Whatever they are trying to tell you, there's some good bits in there, but it's not 100%. Like my sister and I were having this conversation about an account that just really focuses on not yelling at your kids.
Right.
And I think we would all agree that
Not yelling at your kids is a great.
not yelling
that's a
is a
good
great thing, and I feel bad when I do. But does that mean I'm a bad mom when I do?
Yeah.
Right.
No, and my sister was saying that, there's this family in town that we love, and she spent a ton of time in this family, and she's like, that mom yelled at her kids all the time and yelled at me all the time, but did they have any doubt that they weren't loved? As long as love comes first, I mean, I'm not telling you to go beat your kids, but like, I just think what we've learned from the podcast is the relationship is what's most important. How you accomplish that, it just depends on your own skills and talents and your kids and what they're doing. And so don't get sold into what social media and podcasts, what they're trying to tell you. It's just a little piece of the pie.
It is.
That's
yeah.
what I wonder. Like this morning when I was driving here and listening to our old podcast, I kept thinking, like, did people really feel like they got to see all sides of us? Because I don't, like, the whole time we never wanted to come off like we knew anything. Or like we are not
Which
the
we really
pro.
did know nothing.
We weren't faking it.
Yeah.
So we literally know nothing. But like, I just feel like we laughed a lot and we joked all the time. And if I think back in the last 4 years, I have literally never been depressed until the last 4 years. I never experienced those feelings of such utter despair. And then I think like, but did anyone know that on the podcast? Like, I feel like I said it all the time. Like, I'm in the darkest place of my life. Well, do you believe me? Like, I don't know. So it just feels so like as I was listening, I know you guys and I know me and I know all the things that we've gone through. And like, that's what I was just reflecting on. Like, did people know that we love our kids, we're trying our best, and we're real, like we had really hard times
Really
the
hard
last few
times,
years.
yeah.
Like, I just hope that was clear. Because then sometimes I feel so discouraged by Instagram feeds and podcasts I listen to. And even when they're like, I'm being totally real with you right now. I'm like, I don't believe
that you're being totally real with me.
I don't believe you've ever had a bad day. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't believe you've ever struggled with whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so then I was just reflecting on like, I hope that we really tried hard to be transparent, especially as we went. Those first earlier episodes, I felt like none of us even could speak.
It was very hard.
So my kids are kind of funny, huh? So here's the episode. But then as we went, we just were.
Yeah.
I felt like we were just very
More
confident and just like, oh man, here's this.
Yes.
This. So I don't know.
Well, I think that was always the goal. You know, it's really hard when you're speaking to an audience and you don't know how people are going to interpret what you say.
Yeah.
And so you're always constantly running things through this filter of, is it fair to my kids to say that? Is anyone going to be offended if I say that? You know, is this going to make someone feel bad? I think as things went on, we got better and better at, I guess, that filter. It didn't take so much thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
And
mean,
maybe
it's
not even worrying as much either.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't care if this hurts your feelings. Like, we know we're not trying to offend anyone. And
Right.
if your opinion is different from mine, that's not my problem. That's yours if you're going to be offended by it. Kind of like,
Right.
I feel like we can express our opinion and you can take it or leave it.
We always said there's 1,000 podcasts out there that talk about, you know, happy perfection parenting. So go find that one if you don't like,
Yeah.
you know, more of the take of the real. But yeah, I think it's in many ways been some of my hardest years. Yeah. So I hope it was authentic. You know, I look back at what you were just saying, Andrea, and I think I really do see those accounts and like people in a public position differently now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That being able to talk to them behind the scenes, being able to just be exposed to all of that does make me say, you know, if you really like get excited about quiet parenting, great, but it's not like gospel truth.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's good things to learn from it.
There are good things to
Sure.
learn
Glean
that you
what
can
you want.
take, but
Yes.
you're not a bad parent. And just because someone else doesn't believe in that doesn't mean that they're a bad parent.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And I
That
feel
is
like-
really important.
Yeah, I feel like that's one way that I've really grown. I hope that I've become a kinder person in my thoughts of others.
Me too.
Because I've been exposed to just such a vast variety of people and have been able to see like, wow, look at what this person can do. That's amazing. Also, wow, they can't cook dinner. That
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
so that's
perfect.
we all have different things, right?
Yeah.
And nobody has everything.
If your house isn't always perfectly clean, that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, your kids will live.
And I think like the main thing is like really trying to, and you guys, this was my get to know me in 2023 goal.
Okay. Oh.
Is like just like knowing yourself well enough to even know what you value, which seems stupid because it's like, well, you should know yourself, but none of us do.
Right.
We're like getting all upset about our house being clean when you just don't care if your house is clean. There's people who just don't care. I was that person for most of my parenting until like the last couple of years when all of a sudden I was like, this house is dirty. I don't like this anymore. And I can do something about it.
Right.
I genuinely didn't care. If you showed up and there's poop diapers everywhere, I'm kind of like, well, then pick them up. You know, like I really felt that way. But then like you get up like worried about it. Like, oh, I want dinner done at 5. I'm like, do you? Do you even want to eat at 5? But like you hear things of what everyone else
Right.
is doing. But it's like if you're just confident in who you are,
Yes.
and if you even know what you value.
Right.
Like, do I value not yelling at my kids? Not really. I think they respond better when I yell at them. Sometimes I don't have like a deep feeling inside of me like that really matters. But some people do.
Right,
But like I
right.
think if you can just be confident in who you are as a person and then get to know things that you even want or don't want, it just makes it easier.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm good at this. My goal is get to know me in 2023. Because even I'm still like, does that matter to me?
Right,
I don't
yeah.
know. I got all worked up about it.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Is it a value or is it just everyone else is doing it and now I feel social pressure?
Right. No, I
Late-
think that's good. Yeah.
Lately in our house, Josh listened to something, I think it was on a podcast or something where he heard somebody say this. But so we've been saying this to our kids. There's a difference between like and want. So you can say like, I like a clean house or I want a clean house. Those are two
Yeah.
completely different things.
Yeah, that's true.
And certainly I like a clean house, but do I really want it? If I don't, then it's okay and I can make some changes or I can try. But if I want it, then I'm going to put the effort in to actually make it happen.
Yes.
And sometimes you don't want it enough and that's okay for that time frame, or maybe it's just like right now your bandwidth just can't handle
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So when our kids say something, they're like, do you like it or do you want it? And if you really want it, then
let's make it
make a
happen.
change.
Right.
And there are plenty of accounts out there to make changes.
Yeah.
If there's something
man,
about yourself
yeah.
that you don't like,
Right.
or that you want to change something, then go find it. But just don't put them on a pedestal and think that is
Yes.
the end.
Yeah.
Yes, because they're probably really great at that one thing.
Yes.
They
There's
are.
a whole lot of things that they're terrible
Right.
at, which is great. That makes you human. But I think we associate someone's one talent with they are the perfect person.
Right,
Exactly,
right.
I do it
yes.
all the time.
All the
Yeah.
time I do
You're
that.
a great singer, therefore everything about you is flawless and
Right.
perfect. It's like
I wish I could sing.
you can.
I'm not a
is why
great
we hate
singer.
you.
Oh my gosh. Well, we can both sing and make you feel better right now.
And one of my favorites, Whitney. I like to sing.
I was thinking this the other day while I was running. This is a total tangent. 2 things that I wish I could do.
Okay.
I wish that I could sing like solo sing, just like the
Me
person
too.
that
Just
gets up
belt
and
it
just,
out and
yes.
Yeah, me too.
And I wish I could dance like solo dance, like just those people that you can just, the body is art, you know?
Yeah, no, that's me.
People
Absolutely.
have said a few times, your body is art.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank
It's what I thought of myself yesterday when I fell down on the ice. As I was going down, I thought, wow, my body is art. And it's about to be bruised art because this is going to hurt. And it
Colorful
did.
now.
I know. I am colorful art.
Yeah, it is.
Those are my 2 biggest regrets in life.
Oh, if only. And
If
isn't it funny?
only.
Like, I seriously internalize, like, yes, I also want those things, but I internalize it, like, personally. Like, I'm garbage. I'm garbage trash because I'm neither of those things that I really want to be. And really, there's no amount of training.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I just called my sister-in-law, who's a voice coach, and I was like, okay, Heidi, there is this song that I really want to be able to sing. Do you think it's possible? Like, not bad singing. Like, I want to be able to sing the song respectfully. If someone was hearing it, they wouldn't, look at me like you often do. And she was like, anyone can sing. And my brother in the background's like, nope, you could never do it, Beth. Your voice is horrible. And I'm like, and he, of course, Heidi's like, Randy, stop that. And I'm like, thank you for your honesty, Randy. Like, I can't. She's like, anyone can. And she was trying to be encouraging. But I'm like, it's like the inability to sound like Whitney Houston is somehow a personal attack on like, I'm not nice enough. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough money. It's like you take one thing.
My toilets are not
and
clean.
Yes. and
My
make it just
kids are
spiral
sad.
into means everything
Right.
about you is
Right.
bad because you
Right.
can't sing
Yeah.
this ballad that you want to sing. It doesn't make sense. Why do we do it?
I don't know. That's a sad life.
That's a sad life. Let's go listen to World War II.
Well, I'll tell you another thing that I learned, and that is that there are times and seasons for everything. And I learned that we can do hard things that we didn't think we could do. If we decide that's something we want to do,
Yeah.
we knew nothing about podcasting.
Would you like to start a podcast or do you want to start a podcast?
Well, that's it, right?
wanted to.
Yes,
Yes.
we wanted to.
Kind
We
of.
did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
you forced me to, honestly.
three moms in a small town,
Yeah.
got some microphones and learned how to do it. And yeah, we still struggle with microphones and all of the different
It's
things,
that
right?
You have to turn them on. It makes no sense.
I know it doesn't. On off. More explanation, please. But it was a good life lesson for me because now, how many YouTube videos did we watch trying to figure out
Oh
how
my gosh, to plug that
thing
computer.
in to make it all work? I mean, it
But
was
did something change? Because at the beginning, nothing worked.
something
Could
did
it
change.
possibly be us, or did it just not work for a while? I don't know.
It's complicated,
It's complicated.
We done get smarter.
but we done get smarter. But I learned it's really interesting because even now at my house, if there's any technical issues, my kids come to me and they're like, "Mom, this won't work." And I'm like, have you watched a video on YouTube? YouTube solves everything. I could
Yes.
become a heart surgeon off of YouTube if I
could.
wanted to. And I watch things and we figure it out. And my kids are like, wow, thanks. And I'm like, telling you. But you get some confidence when you learn that you can figure out hard things that you knew nothing about.
Right.
Yeah.
If you want it.
Right.
And that's good.
It's true.
Yeah. Helps in all
It
aspects
really
of life.
is. If we scrolled through each episode and just read the title, I think a lot of them, some of them, I like when I was doing that this morning, I was like, I don't remember that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have no idea who this person is. But so many of them, I'm like, oh, I remember that was so good. She talked about this, or oh, he said this, or oh, that was so fun. Like have little tidbits through the years. And of course they all resonate differently depending on the circumstances. Like when things are happening in your life or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, this. Like I just feel like I could go back and listen again now that things are so much better than they were 2 years ago. That I could learn like a whole new list of lessons.
Oh yeah, because you've changed.
Oh man, I've changed.
Right. Like, I mean, that is
For
the really amazing thing.
the
That,
worse.
no, it's not true. I mean, that is the amazing thing is that every time you hear things, it hits you a little bit differently
Yeah.
because you're in a different situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's been good times.
Yes. Learned a lot of good things.
It is so weird how our kids have like grown up so much. Like you have like married kid. When Carson was 9 when we started, and now he's going to high school in the fall.
Wow.
Like it's just so weird. Like it's crazy to think of all the things that have happened.
I had a straight pinky when we started, and now I have a
Yes, now
hook
you have
finger.
crooked,
I mean, there's so many things. There's so many
many-
things.
You were brunette and I was blonde.
Yeah, that's
Remember?
right.
You've
That's
always
right.
been blonde. You've stayed true. But I had like really light hair. Now you're going light because you're trying the same cover your gray technique
Yeah.
I was trying back then
Yeah.
that I then gave up on. But yours is going well. I like it.
Oh, well, thanks.
So-
Yeah,
Lots of big changes.
lots of big changes.
Wow.
I mean, I had 6 kids in the house, and now I'm down to 3. And
That's crazy.
Had 4.
You guys are both
now I'm
half
down
your
to 2.
families.
yeah.
What happened to me? I've had 5 and I still have
Started
5.
with 4.
You kept him alive.
I started with 4.
So you grew.
I grew.
You're the only one who grew.
Like, really, I've grown. Like, actually. Okay, you guys. It is time to end this episode or else they'll start getting bored.
yeah.
Too much reminiscing. Shut it down, ladies. All right, we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.